Hello, everyone, and welcome to this exciting episode of Open Book Entrepreneur. We have Kim Conway here with us. I know Kim for such a long time already, and Kim is an intuitive coach helping also other entrepreneurs really build up that intuition to help them with business strategy and help them with business in general. So, Kim, please introduce yourself to our audience.
Thank you so much, Tony. I'm really so happy to be here with you today. I love spending time with you. And what I really do is help entrepreneurs um, develop their intuitive abilities and certify them as intuitive visionaries to use this as your business strategy. And I do this with my SoulStep method, which is a proven method to help people really create a deep trust and confidence in their connection to their inner knowing, their inner wisdom, their guides, and their soul.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah. So, what actually inspired you to get into this line of business?
Oh my gosh, it's such a long story, but I'll give you the Cliff Notes version. Otherwise, this podcast will be too long. But my background is that I'm actually a licensed therapist and social worker, and I'm a trained evidential medium and a Reiki teacher. And for many years, I was in my social work practice doing psychotherapy and working with people. And my personal thing that I struggled with was a lot of worry and fear, like that something bad was always going to happen. And it caused me to just have a lot of anxiety and panic. And being a social worker and therapist, like I knew what to do for those things, but nothing really ever got rid of it, Tony. And I had just come to accept, like, this is who I am. And when I got into my 40s, I got into training for evidential mediumship, which evidential mediumship is really the ability to talk to a person in the world of spirit and bringing forth evidence that there's life after death. And as I got deeper into that training, I started noticing, wow, like I'm feeling better. I haven't had a panic attack in a long time. I'm not worrying so much. I'm much calmer. And I thought, what is going on with me? Because I couldn't think of anything else that I was doing differently. But what was happening, what I realized was that in my intuitive development, I was really learning how to blend with my soul. And some people might think of it as like the heart of you, the spirit of you. But that part of us that's really so powerful, completely wise, and such unconditional love. And the spending time there was starting to heal me with these things that I had struggled with like my whole life through. And once I made that connection, um, I thought I have to bring this out into the world and help people with this. And of course, because it's a little bit of woo, I couldn't really do that in a traditional psychotherapy practice. So I transitioned into coaching and intuitive coaching. And as I did that, I got more close to a lot of entrepreneurs, and I saw that they were struggling with some similar things, decision making, confidence, self-doubt, things like that, and not always trusting their gut. And when you trust your gut, it really never leads you astray. So I thought I would love to help entrepreneurs really connect more deeply with their inner self, their intuition, to use that in their business. And what happens as you develop that ability, the magical things happen, like the healing of the parts of you that you've just come to accept. So it might be for an entrepreneur, imposter syndrome or self-doubt or like procrastination, so many different things. But connecting to your inner wisdom can really help grow your business. It can help you have more income. It can help you prioritize, have better boundaries, create, programs for yourself, help you in collaboration. So many, it's kind of endless.
Wow,
Yeah.
interesting. And then, how is that sort of possible? Because a lot of people nowadays are talking about intuition and we should listen to intuition and stuff, but like in general, how is that done?
Yeah. So that's a great question. There's a lot of confusion between really what is intuition And then what is like more intuitive abilities? And the intuition is really that initial gut response. Sometimes it's like a feeling that you get or a knowing in the midst out of nowhere. And it's just to give you information about something going on right then or a situation. So, so many people can relate to this. Like you go out with your food list, you get all your food, you're leaving the food store or wherever you're shopping for your food, and you just have this nagging feeling, oh, I forgot something. That's your intuition. Then you get home and you realize what you forgot. So your intuition will always be correct and give you information that you really need. And it can come through it comes through spontaneously. So it's not something that you intentionally go in and get information from. It's always running. Everybody has it. And basically what it is information coming in from what I call the soul. Intuitive is intuition on steroids. So this is what I help people with is really develop the intuitive. And the intuitive is developing the ability to intentionally go in and get information from your inner self, from your soul to help you in any way that you want. And it can be one piece of information, but you can build from there. So let's say, for instance, an entrepreneur has this idea of like a great new thing that they want to offer their ideal client. So they have this idea. It's maybe one thing, maybe it's a name of a program or a way that they want to help. But then you can go in and get all the details of that. You know, how long is this program? Who is this for? Are you working as a group? How are you going to message about this? What are you going to charge for it? Like all the information that you need. And it's just an infinite amount of information that you can learn to get for yourself rather than always having to ask other people. And then it can help you with making decisions quickly because we all know if we get indecisive, it takes a lot of time to come out of that, and time is money when you're an entrepreneur. So I'm helping people with that deeper ability to get that same type of information that you get from your intuition, but just really a whole story behind it. That
Wow.
makes sense.
Totally, totally. Something you said there, it's intuition on steroids. I mean, I really like that because that's something that a lot of people are sort of saying to me and saying in general, like, oh, you know what, you should listen to your intuition, as I said before. But
Yeah.
a lot of times we are also, our sort of vision is clouded with so many information that we're receiving in the
Yes.
3D world on a daily basis. So being able to actually declutter all these issues is really something as far as I understand that's what you're doing. So can you tell us what are you excited about when it comes to your business?
So you bring up an amazing point because there are so many things that kind of block or interfere with receiving that information. And the number one thing really is our active minds. So in my SoulStep method, very first step is actually identifying what's making it harder for you. So it might be something like a very strong mind. It might be beliefs that you have about intuitive or intuition. It might be that you have a lot of self-doubt. There can be so many different things. So identifying what is like kind of clogging the pipe, so to speak, for you, and then working through that is a really important first step because it's almost like when you remove some of those blocks and work through them, the information can now start to flow. And what's so wonderful is that often those blocks are also affecting you as an entrepreneur in your business. These two things go hand in hand. So you're actually helping yourself in that way as well at the same time. I hope that makes sense.
Totally,
Yeah.
totally, yeah. And then also like if you can maybe share some ways of how people can actually contact you, how they can get in touch with you. I know you mentioned maybe you have some gift for some of our audience as well. Maybe you can share this now with us as well.
Sure, yeah. So the easiest way is you can just follow me on Facebook or friend request me on Facebook. My DMs are always open. I love having conversations with people and helping you kind of sort out what's going on for you. That would be the easiest way. And then what I do have is a nice free workbook that kind of moves you a little bit through that soul method so you can actually work on some of those things yourself. And if you want some more help with that, then I'm here for you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
great stuff. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, we can share the links as well in the description of this episode as well. And then also, can you tell us a little bit more about like any sort of tips about intuition or listening to your intuitions, something like that for that can help with business?
Absolutely, I would love to. So, one of the most important things about intuition is it's never wrong. Like, if it's truly your intuition, it's going to prove itself that it was right. Our minds can be right and they can be wrong, right? We all know that. So, a really great way to get started for yourself is anytime you have like a sense of something, one of those intuition hits. And again, it can be anything like simple, like you've left the grocery store, right? Or it can be you've met someone at a networking event and you really feel like you're supposed to collaborate with them. And then what do? Do you make, do you talk to them or do you not, right? So start writing down when you get that information, like what it is. And then later on, after it plays out, write down what happened. And when it comes from your intuition, you're going to see that it's always correct. And that will help you actually start to use it. Because, I mean, how many times do you kind of get like a gut feeling about something or knowing and then you ignore it, right? Yeah.
It happens so much, yeah. And yeah, thank you so much for being a guest today. I really enjoyed this episode. I like this subject. Is It's very interesting, and also I know that it helps a lot when we are sort of tuning into our intuition. So yeah, if anyone wants to contact you, please do on the links below. Thank you so much, Kim, for being a guest. Thank you all for watching and listening to this episode. If you liked it, drop us a like. If you liked it, also share it with your friends and family and subscribe to this channel. More of this is coming. So see you all in the next episode. All the best and bye bye.
Thank you.